Hello students, welcome to the Quant discussion, mock test number AIMT2802201. Hope you did well in the examination. Now let's look at the question number 1 on your screen. Please be ready with the pen, paper and the mock paper. Now look at the first question from the Quant section. Now this is a question from the series. We need to find out the missing number in the given series. Now just look at the given numbers here. Now 8, 9, question mark 25 to 16 and 49. These numbers are the cubes and the squares. So what is the value here? The value 8. If you observe this 8, it is a perfect cube. Whatever the 9, it is a perfect square. 25, it is a square. And 216, it is a perfect cube. Whereas 49 is a perfect square. Now here, 2 cube, 3 square, 5 square, 6 cube and 7 square. So if you observe all these numbers carefully, here 2, 3 and something is missing, and 5, 6, 7 means all these numbers are natural numbers. So what is the pattern here? 2 cube, 3 square, 4 cube, 5 square, 6 cube, 7 square. 4 cube means it is a 64. So right choice, option number 3. Third choice is the right choice. Now look at the next example on your screen. 7, 9, 15, 26, 43, question mark and 93. Just observe the difference here. So how much is the difference of these two values? It is 2. How much is the difference of 9 and 15? It is 6. So plus 2 and plus 6. Whatever the difference of these two numbers, it is a plus 11, and 26 and 43, it is 26 and 43, it is 17. And whatever next one, we need to find out, and this value, it is the value question mark, we don't know, hence we need to find out this value. Now if you observe this carefully, the value of the increase in 2 and 6, it is a plus 4, and what is here? 11 and 6, difference is 5, whereas 11 and 17, the difference is 6, and what will be the next value is, it's a plus 7. So when you add 7 to this 17, it will give 24. So 24 to be added to this 43, then it will give 67 as a result. So right choice, option number 4. Excuse me. Okay. Now the next question on your screen. 12, 24, 28, 168, 176 and question mark. If you observe this carefully, here it is becoming exactly 2 times, whereas here increases by 4. What about this one? It is becoming how many times? It is becoming 6 times. Whereas here it increases by 8, and whatever next one, it is multiplied with 10. The numbers are even, consecutive even numbers. One time is multiplying, other time is adding. So into 2 plus 4 into 6 plus 8 into 10. So 176 into 10, the result is 1760. Option number 5. Fifth choice is the right answer. Now look at the next example on your screen. If you observe the difference between the numbers, here the difference of these two is 179. And what about the difference of these two numbers? It is the 173. And what about next to one? 167. We don't know the other values. So what is the discussion here? It is a minus 179. It is a plus 173. Minus 167 and so on. So what is the gap between these two values means? Here gap is 6. Gap is 6. So every time it is decreases, so by 6. When you decrease the value by 6, it will become 161. 161 means it is a plus 161. So 161 means 183 plus 161. When you add these two values, it will give the answer as 244. So what is the right choice? Option number 2. So right choice is second choice. Okay. So what is the discussion here? First decreases by 179, next decreases by 170, increases by 173. The next one is decreases by 167 and so on. So what is the gap here? The gap is 6. So when you subtract 6 from this, it becomes 161. But here signs, if you observe, they're alternatively. So what is doing? First is subtracting, then adding, subtracting, adding. So addition and subtraction. Subtraction, addition are doing in alternate places. Now what is the value next? 161. 161 plus 83. That will give the next value, that is 244. Okay. Of course, we can answer the same question other way. The other way of the discussion for the same series here. If we observe this, here they are alternatively, if we observe here, it increases by 6 and increases by 6. Whereas it decreases by 6 on the other side. So 250 minus 6 is equal to 244. So what is the right choice? Option number 2. Second choice is the right choice. Now look at the next example on the screen. Now instead of observing from left to right, just look at from right to left. Here it is becoming how many times? Into 2 times. What about this one? Into 3 times. Now just to find out how many times it is becoming. So it is becoming here 2.5 times. So 12 into 2.5 is equal to 30. Now the next one, it becomes how many times? 3.5 times. The next value is 4 times. So into 2, into 2.5, into 3, 3.5 and 4. So 315 into 4. 4 times of 300, 1200. 4 times of 15, it is a 60. The right answer 1260. Option number 1. First choice is the right choice. Okay. Now look at the next question on your screen. It is a data interpretation using a line graph. Now read the graph carefully and answer the questions that follow. The graph shows the number of students from the 5 colleges JK, L, M and N in 2021 who attended a job interview and the number of boys who are selected. So what is given here? The number of students whose attended, this is the number of students who attended the interview. The number of students who attended the interview is given as the dotted line, whereas the second one, the straight line, it is showing the number of boys who are selected in the interview. So boys is selected in the interview. Okay, each question is independent to another, so you can't carry forward the data. Okay. Now look at the first question based on this diagram. Now the question number 36. Yes, my dear students, already you tried all these questions in your examination. Just look at the data given here. So J, from J we need to check. So the ratio of the number of boys who are selected in the interview to that girls in the interview is 6:5. So 6:5 means the 6 represents 600. So 5 represents 500. So number of boys selected is 600. So number of girls selected is 500 because the ratio is 6:5. Find the number of students who are not selected from the college. So how many appeared here? Attended is 1200. So how many selected means 600 plus 500 are selected. So total 1100. Subtract 1100 from 1200. The remaining is how much? It is 100. So what is the right option? Choice number 1 is the right choice. Am I clear? So 6 parts is equal to 600, 5 parts is equal to 500. So total how much? 1100. Subtract from 1200, it will give the number of students who are not selected in the interview. Now look at the next example on your screen. Yes, my dear student, hope you are copying all this information. Now, in the interview, if the number of students who are selected from the L and M L and M. How much here? 85% and 55%. 85% and 55%. Okay. The number of students who are selected. Attended is 1100 and 1700. Selected 85% and 55%. Then what is saying? Find the ratio of the number of girls who are selected from M to L. So M to L selected girls we need to find. The number of girls who are selected. Okay, now how many boys selected here? 500 boys selected, whereas here 800. Actually 85% means how much is 85% of 1100? So percentage and zeros we can cancel. 11 into 85. 11 into 85 means it is a 935. That is the value of L. Then what about the M value? The 55%. 55% is percentage and zeros we can cancel. Then what is the next? 55 into 17. 55 means 5 into 11. So 5 into 17, 85. 85 into 11 is equal to 935. So this is the number of students who are selected. In that, how many are boys? If you observe the boys from M, it is 800. And whereas from L, it is 500. So what is the remaining? Remaining is the number of girls. So how many girls are there? Means 135 from M and 435 from L. So simplify this. Now dividing with 5. 5 goes to 27 times and 5 here 87 times. Then what about next? Here 3, it goes to 9 times and 3 29 times. So what is the result? 9 is to 29. Right choice option number 2. Second choice is the answer. Okay, so dividing with 5 and dividing with 3. So totally we can cancel with 15. 15 it goes to 9 times. 15 it goes to 29 times. Okay. Look at the next example on your screen. Question number 38. From the college J, the number of girls who are not selected is 300 and the number of boys who are not selected is 180 less than the number of girls who are selected. What percentage of the total number of students selected in the interview are girls? So what is given here? J, college J, total boys and girls. If you observe how much here, total boys and girls, it is at 1200. In that, how many are selected? Boys selected is 600, girls selected is not given. So I am taking G. And how many are not selected? The number of boys who are not selected is not given, whereas girls not selected is given here as 300. So I am taking this as 300. Okay. Now what is saying here? The value of the number of boys. The number of boys who are not selected is how much less? 180 less. 180 less means now if you take this value as a B, so G minus B is equal to 180. G minus B is equal to 180. Okay, then how many are selected? How many are selected here? So total selected boys is 600 and the not selected, it is not given, and the not selected girls, it is 300. So how many girls selected? We don't know. Okay, if you observe this carefully, 600 plus 300, how much it is? 900. Subtract 900 from 1200, it will give 300. What is the value of 300? 300 is equal to G plus B. G plus B is equal to 300. G minus B is equal to 180. Adding these two, we get G value. So G is equal to how much? Half of the sum of these two. That is how much? Half of the 480. It is 240. G is equal to 240. G is equal to 240 means what about the number of boys? Subtract 180. Then it will give 60. Now what he is asking to find? He is asking to find the what percentage of the total number of students selected in the interview are girls. So selected girls are 240. 240 out of the total number of students. Percentage we need to find. So cancel the zeros to zeros. So 12, it was exactly 20 times. So what is the percentage? 20%. The option number 3. Third choice is the right choice. Okay. So what is the discussion here? G minus B and G plus B is given. Now we can find the value of G. The value of G, 240 upon the total number we need to find. It is 20%. Option 3. Third choice is the right answer. Now look at the next example on your screen. The ratio of the number of students from K who are not selected to that from the N. Not selected, that is 2:1. 2:1 means 2x and 1x. And the total number of girls who are selected from both the colleges are 360. Girls selected, that is 360. Okay, find the number of students who are selected from the K. So how many are selected from K? Now if you observe this carefully, here 2x and 1x is the number of students who are not selected from K and N. Whereas from K and N, how many boys selected? The number of boys selected is 740 and 700. Whereas what is the total number of students from these two? These two, the total number is 2400. So sum of these values is equal to 2400. Means 740 plus 360. It is 1100. 1100 plus 700, 1800. 1800 plus 3x is equal to 2400. 2400 means 1400 plus 1000. This is 2400. Now simplify, you will get x value. What is the value of x? Means 3x is equal to 2400 minus 1800. It is 600. The value of x is equal to 200. When x is equal to 200, what we need to find? The number of students who are selected from K. Selected from K we need to find. Selected from K we need to find means the total attended is 1400. Not selected is 2x. 2x means x is equal to 200. When you subtract 2 times of 200 from this, so 1400 minus 400, that is 1000. So what is the number? Option number 4. Choice 4 is the right answer. Okay. Now look at the next question on your screen. Average number of boys K, L, M together. Average means sum of the observations by number of observations. So KLM average more or less than the average of J and N together. More or less percent. Average number of boys who are selected. So how many are selected from K, L, M? K selected, L and M. Just add all these values. Sum of these values 740 plus 500 plus 800. So how much is the sum of these values? It is a 2040. Average means by 3. And whereas J and N means 600 plus 700. The value is 1300. So 1300 by 2. Now simplify this. It will give 680, whereas it is 650. Now the value 680, is it more or less than 650? Means here it is a more. So more means more percentage to be found. More percentage means difference by the smaller value. Smaller value is 650 into 100. Simplify, it will give 48 by 13%. 48 by 13% means option number 1. choice 1 is the right answer. Okay. Now look at the next example on your screen. Question number 41. 8 years hence, sum of the ages of P and R will be 15 years more. Now when you take the P and R as the age of the P and R as P and R, then 8 years hence means just we need to add 8. So when you add 8 to the P as well as R, then it becomes P plus R plus 8 plus 8 16, which is 15 years more than R plus Q's present age. So R plus Q present age means I am taking R and Q as the present ages of R and Q. Okay, so it is more by 15. So simplify, you'll get first equation. Now what about the second one? Sum of the ages of P and Q was 11 years. How many years ago? 8 years ago. 8 years ago, 11 means what about the present age? Present age means P plus Q is equal to 11 plus 8 plus 8. The 8 plus 8 is equal to how much? It is a 16. 16 plus 11, 27. So P plus Q is equal to 27. On solving this equation, positive R, negative R we can cancel. Then what is the remaining? Remaining is equal to Q minus P is equal to 1. Q plus P is equal to 27. What is asking here? Present age of Q. Q present age means half of the sum of these two values. So sum of the values is 28. Half of 28, that is 14 years. So right choice for this example, option number 3. Third choice is the right answer. Okay. Now look at the next question on your screen. So what is the monthly expenditure here? He spends 15% on medicine, 15% on medicine, and 20% on transport. The remaining income deposit in the bank and post office in the ratio. The difference in the deposit is also given. So amount spent on the medicine we need to find. So what I am doing here, I am taking the total amount as K. When the total amount is K, so 15% and 20% is the expenditure on medicine and transport. So what is the remaining is 100 minus sum of these two values. So 15 plus 20, that is 35. Subtract from 100, it will give 65. So 65% of the K. The 65% of the K he deposited in the post office and the bank, whereas the ratio is given as 5:8. And what is the difference in the ratio? 3 parts. Sum of the ratios, it is 13, which is equal to 7,500. Now simplify this. 13, it goes exactly 5 times in 65. The product of 3 and 5 is a 15. 15 we can cancel in 75 5 times. So 500 into 100, it is a 50,000. That is the total income. But what about the expenditure on, what is the money he spent on the medicine is 15%. So 15% means simplify the values here. The percentage and 0 get cancelled. The remaining is 5 into 15, 7,500. The right choice, option number 4. Choice 4 is the right choice. Okay. Yes, my dear students, look at this example. A vessel contains milk and water. Now milk is 68%. 68% is the milk, means what about the water? The remaining 32% is the water. If you take the total quantity as 100 liters, here you will get 68 liters and 32 liters as a water. Now 25% of the mixture is removed. 25% means in 100, 25 liters. In the 25 liters, milk and water. Here 68 is the original value. 68 liters and 32 liters, and 25 liters is taken out. In this also you will get the milk and water in the ratio 68%, 32% only. So what is the simplest form of this? Means dividing with 4, here you will get 17:8. Means 17 liters of milk and 8 liters of water will be removed. Then what is the remaining? 24 liters of water, and here it is a 51 liters of milk. Then what is saying here? In which 63 liter, in which water is 63 liters less than the milk. In which means what it refers. In which means what it refers? It refers to this. In which water is 63 liters less than the milk. But actually ratio wise how much is the difference? 9. That 9 parts is equal to 63 liters. Then what is asking here? Find the quantity of the water in the remaining mixer. So remaining, how much here? 24 liters. So 24 parts is equal to how many liters? So 7 times of 9 is 63. 7 times of 9 is 63, means 7 times of 24 is the answer. So 7 times of 20, 140 plus 28, it is 168 liters. So right choice, option number 3. Third choice is the right answer. Now look at the next example on your screen. Selling price of the watch will be 2,700 after allowing 2 successive discounts. The discounts are N and 20%. The market price is given here. So find the cost to price if the profit is N%. Now selling price is given 2,700. Market price is 4,500. First discount is N% and the second percent is 20%. 20% discount means remaining is 80%. 80% simplest form is 4 by 5. Now simplify this. Now I am cancelling the zeros on either side. 5 it goes exactly in 9 times in 45. 9 here 3 times. Now what about the 4 in 100? It goes 25 times. So 25 into 3 is equal to 75. Subtract 75 from 100, it will give N value as a 25%. N value is a 25%. So what is the selling price here? Selling price is equal to 2,700, which is 125% of the value. When 125% is 2,700, then how much is the cost to price? Cost to price is 100%. So simplify. Now dividing with 25, 4 times and 5 times. Now 5 it goes exactly 20 times. Now just to multiply these numbers. What is the product of these numbers? 2 into 4, 8. 8 into 27. 8 into 27 is equal to 2160. So right choice is option number 2. Second choice is the right answer. This is a question from the partnership. Now, 2 partners X and Y. The investment of X is 600 less than Y. So, X investment is 600 less than Y, whereas the period of investment and the profit shares are given here. So, in generally, what is the formula for the profit sharing ratio? Just a comparison of the investment and time of one partner with another partner will get the profit sharing ratio. So, here timings ratio as well as the profits ratio is given. So investments ratio we can find just by dividing the profit with the time. So what is the profits ratio? 3:8, whereas timings ratio 3:2. Simplify. Now what is the result? It is a 1:4. The difference in the investments here it is given as a 600. Ratio wise difference is 3 parts. 3 parts is equal to 600. What about the 1 part value? So 1 part is equal to 600 by 3, that is 200. Option number 4. Choice 4 is the right answer for this question. Look at the next example on the screen. Here is a question based on the data interpretation. The type is a table. Table is given. Just we need to read the directions given here as well as the information given, and we need to answer the questions based on the data given in the table. Okay, so what is given here? The production and the percentage of sales of the newspapers of the two types X and Y in 6 days from Sunday to Friday in a city. Now look at the question here. What is the ratio of the sales of the newspaper X on Monday and Wednesday? Monday and Wednesday together to the newspaper Y on Sunday and Friday. Sunday and Friday, it is on Sunday and Friday, the paper Y, newspaper Y. This is X. So Monday, what is the X value Monday? It is a 60,000. So how many papers were sold? The percentage of sales is given here, that is a 40%. So how much is the 40% of 60,000? So percentage and zeros we can cancel. The result is 24,000. The second one is Wednesday. Wednesday, what is the value? 10,000 is the total production. In that 80% is the sales. So what is the 80% of this? So 80% means 8,000. Sum of these two values is equal to 32,000. Now just observe the value Y. Sunday, how much is a Sunday? 60% of 30,000. So 60% means zeros to zero we can cancel. 6 into 3, it is a 18,000. On Friday, 75% means it is a 3/4 value. 4 it goes exactly 5 times. 5 into 3 it is a 15,000. Sum of these two values is equal to 33,000. So 32,000 and 33,000. Just to find out the ratio. Zeros to zero we can cancel. The remaining is 32 and 33. These two are consecutive numbers. So what is the ratio means? Option number 1. First choice is the right answer. Okay. Now look at the next question on your screen. Now what we need to find here? Difference between the sales of the newspapers of the two types X and Y on Thursday. Difference of X and Y, and Monday difference of X and Y. So what we need to find? The value of the Thursday is what percentage of on Monday. So difference between the sales of the newspapers X and Y. So X and Y difference, how much here? What is the difference of X and Y? Thursday. So what is the value of Thursday? Yes, please. How much is the value? Here 25,000 and 31,000. So total how much here? Difference in the sales we need to find. So 25%, 50%, 25,000, 50%, and 31,000, 50%, just to find out the value. And observe the difference. Then you will get the value. Now here, if you observe this carefully, instead of finding individually, he is asking X and Y. X and Y means, if you observe this carefully, the difference in these two values, is how much here? It is 6,000. So what is the value of 50% of the 6,000? That is 3,000. So difference in the x and y is how much here? 6,000. So 6,000 into 50%, that is 3,000. So what about the Monday? Monday, if you observe, difference of these two values is equal to how much? 35,000. So what about the 40% of the 35,000? 35,000 into 40%. Zeros to 0 we can cancel, simplify. 4 times of 35, it is 140. So what is the result? 14,000. The value of the Thursday upon the Monday, how much percent it is? Means 3,000 upon 14,000 into 100. So zeros to 0 we can cancel and simplify this. It will give 21.3 by 7%. Right choice, option number 5. Fifth choice is the right choice. Okay, just we need to find out the difference here. Difference of Thursday, that is 6,000. Difference on Monday, it is 35,000. Okay. Now look at the next example. On Saturday, the sales of the newspaper X are 45% more than that on Tuesday. Okay, Saturday. X value is how much? 45% more than that of 45% more than that of Tuesday. So what is the Tuesday value? Tuesday value is 20,000. So the value of X is 45% more, means 145% of 20,000. Okay. And what about the next one? The sales of the newspaper type Y is 25% less than on Wednesday. So value of Y is 25% less, means it is a 75%. 75% means 3/4 value. 3/4 of Wednesday. So what is the value of Wednesday Y? It is a 52,000. Okay. Then what to find? Total sales of the newspapers on Saturday. So total sales on Saturday means if you observe the sales here, now what about the sales? It is 70%. So 70% means 70 by 100. And what about the sales in this? It is 80%. 80% means 4/5 of the value. Now cancellation, 4 zeros in the denominator, simplify with the 4 zeros in the numerator. Just multiply the numerators. So 2 times of 145 is a 290. 290 into 7 is equal to 20300. And what about the value here? 4 and 4 get cancelled. Now 5, it goes how many times? 104 times. The result is 31200. Sum of these two values is the answer. It is a 51500. The right choice is option number 3. Third choice is the answer. Sum of 20,300 and 31,200. Sum of these two values is the answer. So right choice 51,500. Look at the next question on your screen. Price of the newspaper is given here. X is 6 rupees and 9 rupees is the paper Y. Then what to find? Total sales on the Tuesday and Friday together. Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday the value is 6 rupees. Sorry, paper X is 6 rupees. Paper Y is 9 rupees. And here it is a 6 rupees and 9 rupees. So what is the value of the paper on Tuesday? The Tuesday paper total value, it is 6 into 20, 120, and 9 into 30, it is at 270. Sum of these two is equal to 390. So 390,000. 70% was sold here. So how much is the 70% of the value? 70% of the value is equal to 273. 273,000. Okay, then what is the next one? Friday. Friday here it is 6 into 70, that is a 420, and 9 into 20 it is a 180. Sum of these two is equal to 600. So 600 and 3 more zeros. So 75% of the value. 75% means it is a 3/4 value. 4 it goes exactly 15 times. 3 into 15, 45. So Friday it is a 450,000. So what is the total number? Total number means sum of these two values. Sum of these two values means 723,000. So right choice is option number 1. First choice is the right answer. Okay. So how many were sold here? 75% sold on Friday, whereas on Tuesday 70% were sold. 70% of the total number. Next, difference between the total sales of the newspaper on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and the sales of the newspaper Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So what is the discussion here? Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and with the Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. So we need to find the difference between the sales of the newspapers. So sales of the newspaper means Wednesday. What is the sales of the newspaper on Wednesday? Wednesday total number is 62,000. So 80% of the 62,000. So what is the result? It is a 49600. Similarly, Thursday, the total number here it is a 56,000. 31,000 plus 25,000. So 50% of the value means it is a 28,000. And Friday, sum of these two values is equal to 90,000. So 75% means it is a 3/4 value. So 3/4 of the value is equal to 67500. When you add all these values, it will give 145100. And whereas Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, Sunday means total here 70,000 total number of newspapers produced. In that 60% are sold. 60% of the value is equal to 42. So 0 get cancelled, 42,000. And whereas Monday, it is 85,000 is the total number. In that 40% means it is 34,000. And what about the Tuesday? 50,000 is the total number. So 70% means it is a 35,000, half of the value. So 70% means, so I am taking percentage here. So simplify here, cancel the percentage and simplify. So 35,000. So sum of these three parts is equal to 111,000. So how much is the difference between these two values? The difference between these two values is equal to 34,100. So right choice for this question is option number 5. Fifth choice is the right choice. Now look at the next example. This is the individual quant questions. Question number 51. Simple interest on a certain sum at R% per annum for 3 years is given. So 3 years simple interest is given. It is 6750. How much is the simple interest for 1 year? 1 year simple interest means it is a 2250. So first year simple interest and first year compound interest both are same. So second year simple interest, this is the first year. And what about the second year? Second year simple interest remains same, but whereas the compound interest we need to charge interest on the previous interest. That value of the interest is given here as 270. So 270 is the interest on 2250. What is the R value? So 270 is equal to 2250 into rate percent. Now simplify 0 to 0, we can cancel. 25 it goes 4 times, and here 9 times, 9 3 times. The rate of interest is 12% per annum. The rate of interest is 12% per annum, whereas the interest is equal to 2250. Just to find out the principal for. Okay, what is the principal means? Simplify this. Now the cancellation. 4 it goes 3 times, 4 here it goes 25 times. What about this 3? 3 it goes 75 times. The product of these two is the principal. It is 18750. So right choice is option number 4. 18,750 is the right answer. Look at the next example. P and Q together can complete the work 36 days. Q and R 60, R plus P together 45 days. What we need to find? R value. So how to find the R value means just subtract the P and Q from Q and R and P value. Means 1 day work of R is equal to 1 by 60, that is Q plus R, it's 1 day work, and next R plus P is 1 day work. R plus P means 1 by 45 minus P plus Q. So what is the P plus Q? That is 1 by 36. So it will give the 1 day work of R. So 1 day work of R we can find. R is present in these two groups. So just add these two groups and subtract the group which doesn't have the R in that. Okay. So what is the discussion? R is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 60 plus 1 by 45 minus 1 by 36. LCM is 180. So 1 by 2 into 180 is the LCM. It goes 3 times, whereas here 4 times and 5 times. Now what is the result? 3 plus 4, 7 minus 5, 2 and 2 gets cancelled. The remaining is 1 by 180. 1 day work of R is 180 means total time is 180 days. So right choice is option number 5. Fifth choice is the right answer. The next question on your screen. Upstream distance is given and the time is given. So what is the upstream speed means? 120 by 6, that is 20 kilometer per hour. And downstream distance is given, that is 108 covered in 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours means it is 9 by 2. So 9 by 2 means 9. I am taking 2 other side. So 9 it goes how many times in 108? 12 times. So the downstream speed is 24 kilometer per hour. But what is asking to find? The time taken by the boat to cover 80 kilometer upstream and 72 kilometer downstream. Time to be find 80 kilometer upstream. The speed in upstream it is 20 and 72 kilometer downstream. The speed here it is 24. Simplify, it goes exactly 4 times and here it is 3 times. 4 plus 3 it is 7 hours. So what is the right option? It is option number 3. Third choice is the right answer. A rectangle in which AB is n centimeter, BC is 2n minus 3. Area of the rectangle is given, perimeter of the square whose side is 4n to be found. Okay, now what is the area formula? Area of a rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Length into breadth means n into 2n minus 3 is equal to 135. Solving this will get quadratic equation as a 2n square minus 3n. minus 135 is equal to 0. So what are the factors means 135, 5 into 3 into 9, and here it is 2 is given. So what is the result? 2 into 9 it is a 18, 3 into 5 it is a 15. So 15n and 18n difference is 3n. So what are the values means minus will become plus, plus will become minus. So negatives does not exist here. So I am considering only positive. So 18 by 2 means it is a 9. So what is the value of n? It is a 9. So when n is equal to 9, 2n minus 3. So 2n minus 3 means it is 2 into 9, 18 minus 3, 15. Okay. Now, what to find here? Find the perimeter of a square whose side is 4n. Side is equal to 4n means n is equal to 9. So, 9 into 4, 36. Perimeter we need to find. Perimeter is equal to 4s. 4 into 36. The value is 144. Right option, choice 5. Now, here 4 green balls and 6 yellow balls are given. 2 balls are taken at random. So, probability of getting 1 green and the other yellow. So, what is the possibility means 4 green and 6 yellow means total how many? 10 balls. How many you are drawing? 2 balls. So, one is a green, the other one is a red. So, red and green. We are drawing only 1. So what is the result here? 4C1 and 6C1 by 10C2. So what is the result? 4 into 6 by 10 into 9 by 2. I am taking other side. So what is the cancellation? 2, it goes exactly 5 times here. 3, 2 times and 3 times. Simplify, it will give 8 by 15. Option number 4. Right choice is choice number 4. Now, look at the next question on your screen. Here it is caselet is given. Just we need to answer the question based on the data given here. Okay, now if you observe this carefully, now what is given? Watches, and mobile phones and laptop. So there are 3 shops, A, B and C. What is the ratio of the watches here? It is a 3:2. 3:2 means I am taking here 3K and 2K. And the sales of the watches in the shop B is 200. Now this value is given here as 200. The shop B sales of laptop is 35 less than the mobile phones. So shop B mobile phones, how much here? Mobile phones is not given, hence I am taking it is a T. So laptop will be T minus 35. Then what is the next one? The total sales of all the products. The total sales of all the products in the shop A is 400 less than the sales of all the products of B and C. So B and C and A, if you observe, so A is 400 less than that of B and C. B and C and A, the difference is how much? It is a 400 total number of products. Whereas the total number of products is 1300. That is A plus B plus C value. Sorry. Okay. Now, what is the next point? In a shop A, total sales of mobile phones, laptop is equal to the sales of watches and the sales. Sorry, and in a shop A, the total sales of mobile phones and laptops, mobile phone and laptop is equal to the watches. What is saying here? Mobile phones and laptop. Mobile phone and laptop both are equal to watches, and the sales of mobile phone is 25. Here it is 25, and what is saying? So mobile phone watches is equal to laptop plus mobile phones in A. And the total sales of the laptop in all the shops is 475. The total sales is 475. The total number. And the sales of mobile phones in the shop C is 25 more than that of B. Mobile phones here it is a 25 more, so T plus 25. Okay. Now, just by using this data, we need to answer the question. Just to look at this carefully here. The total number of laptops is given, and the total number of all the products is given, and B plus C is more than that of A by 400. Whereas A plus B plus C is equal to 1300. Solving these two, we can say that we can find the value of B and C. B and C is how much here? So A and A get cancelled, B and C we can find. So B and C is equal to how much? 1700 by 2. It is 850. 850 is a B and C means, so what about the remaining A? The A is equal to 400 less means it is a 450. The total number of A. Okay. Now what is the next point here? The number of watches in A is equal to sum of the number of laptops and mobiles. Laptops and mobiles together is equal to watches means divide this 450 in a 2 equal parts. So when you are dividing in equal parts, here you will get 225. It is a 225, and here these sum of these two parts is equal to 225, but already 25 is given means remaining is 200. 3K is equal to 225 means K is equal to 75, then 2K means it is a 150. Okay, 150 plus 200 plus 225. So total how many watches here? Total number of watches is equal to 575. 575 watches, and the total number of laptop is 475. When you subtract these sum of these two from the 1300, the remaining will give as a mobile phone, that is a 250. So by adding all these values, T plus T, 2T plus 50 is equal to 250 means T is equal to 100. So T is equal to 100 means T plus 25 is equal to 125. Here it is 100 minus 35. It is a 65. So sum of these two numbers, 265 subtract from 475. Sum of 65 and 200 subtract from 475. It will give 210. So what are the values here? The values. So I will give all these values in a sheet. Just look at this one carefully. The cost price of each unit of watch, mobile phone, laptop in C are 1000, 1500 and 20,000 respectively. Find the revenue generated from the sales of all the products in shop C. Shop C. So what is the shop C value? If you observe this carefully, shop C 150, 125 and 210. Okay, so 150, 125 and 210. Just multiply. So 150 into 1000 and next 125 into 15,000 and 210 into 20,000. So what is the result? 150,000 and here 1875000 and whereas 4200000. The sum of all these values is equal to 6225000. So what is the right choice? Option number 1. First choice is the right choice. Okay. Now look at the next example on your screen. Yes, this is a solution. Just note on the solution here. Yes, my dear students, please note on this table. Please note on this table, these are the number of watches, mobile phones, laptops sold in total from the shop A, B and C. Okay. Now based on this, now look at the question number 57. Find the total sales in the shop A. Total sales in the shop A we need to find. Total sales in the shop A is equal to how much? It is a 450. So what is the right choice? Option number 2 is the right choice. Now look at the next example, question number 58. Find the sales of mobile phones in the 3 shops together. So mobile phones in the 3 shops together to be found. The total number of mobile phones sold from the 3 shops together. So 3 shops together, total number of mobile phones means it is a 250. 250 is the total number of mobile phones sold from the 3 shops together. So right choice is option number 1, first choice. Now look at the next example. The ratio of the total sales of the 3 products in the B to that of C. So B, what is the total number? The B total number is 365 and C the total number is 485. So what is the ratio of these two? So 73 is to 97. 73 is to 97. The right choice is option number 3. Third choice is the right answer. Now look at the next example. The sales of the watches in A. What percentage more than the sales of mobile phone C? So A watches, how much it is? A watches is 225 and C mobile phones is 125. So what we need to find? More percentage. Percentage more means difference with respect to smaller value. So 100 by 25 into 100. So simplify, 25 goes 4 times and 5 times. The result is 80%. The right choice is option number 5. Fifth choice is the right answer. Now these are the questions based on the quadratic equations. Just we need to compare the roots of one quadratic equation with the other quadratic equation. Look at the first one. 12x square means I am expressing 12 as 3 into 4 and here it is 7. 7 into 3 is equal to 21. So minus 21 and plus 4. Sum of these two is equal to middle term. So what about the roots of this quadratic equation means positive 21 and negative 4 by coefficient of x square. So these are the roots of x. So what about the second quadratic equation? So 4 is the product means here we can express this as plus 4y plus 1y. So what are the roots? The roots are so minus 4 minus 1 by 2. Now just compare the roots of the first quadratic equation with the second quadratic equation. So 21 by 12. So what is the cancellation here? So 3 7 times, 3 4 times. And one more thing here, if without cancellation, you can answer this question a little bit easy and comfortable. So what is the cancellation means? Just look at 21 and 12. 21 and 12 means it is more than 1. That will be positive value it is. Positive value is greater than the negative values. Means x is greater than y. Now what about the next part here? If you observe this, it is a 1/3. It is a 1/3. It is a half. And what is the sign? Negative. So 1/3 is greater than the of half and minus 2. So what is the result? X is greater than y. X is greater than y means right choice option number 1. Now look at the first question number 62, first quadratic equation. 15 means 3 into 5. Now what about the 6? 6 is equal to 2 into 3. 19 is the middle term, means 2 into 5, it is a 10. So minus 10 and 3 into 3, 9. So what are the factors here? Minus 10, minus 9. Means the roots are positive 10 and positive 9 by coefficient of x square. That is 15. Now the second quadratic equation here, 2 into 3, that is 6. 3 into 5, it is a 15. So what is the possibility to get the middle value? Means again the same thing, minus 10y and minus 9y. So what is the result? The roots are, what are the roots here? Minus will become plus, then 10 by 6, 9 by 6. Now solving this, what is the answer for this? Means if you observe this carefully, here the value of the x, both the values of x are less than 1. Both the values of y are greater than 1. So 1 is more than, the greater than 1 and the less than 1. So what is the discussion? X is less than y. So right choice is option number 3. Third choice is the right choice. Fourteen is 2 into 7 and here 5. So what is the possibility? Minus 10 and minus 7. The roots are plus 10 and plus 7 by 14. These are the roots of the first quadratic equation. What about the roots of the second quadratic equation? So roots of the second quadratic equation is minus 8y and minus 1y. This means it is a factors are minus 8 and 1, means here plus 8 and plus 1 by coefficient of y square. Now simplify this. What is the cancellation? If you observe this carefully, it was exactly 2 times. 2 is more than both the values of the first quadratic equation. So x is less than y. When you simplify here, it goes 1 by 2. Here it is a 5 by 7. So 5 by 7 and 1 by 4. 5 by 7 and 1 by 4 if we observe. So 5 by 7 is more than 1 by 4. So x is greater than y. X is less than y and x is greater than y, means it is not possible to make any relation. The right choice, that is option 5. Relation cannot be established. The right choice is option number 5. So 2 plus 3, that is a 5. So minus 3 minus 2 will become plus 3 and plus 2 by coefficient of x square, that is a 2. The roots are 3 by 2 and 2 by 2. And the sum of these two values is equal to middle term. So what about the roots of the second quadratic equation? Minus 5 minus 2 are the factors, means so plus 5 and plus 2 by coefficient of y square. Now simplify this. 2 and 2 means it is a 1 cancellation. 5 and 5 means 1 cancellation. Here x and y both are equal. Okay. Now the value of 3 by 2, it is 1.5, 1.5, which is more than both the values of the second quadratic equation. Means x is greater than y and x is equal to y. Combining these two, we can express it as x greater or equal to y. Right choice, option number 2. Second choice is the right answer. Now, look at the next question on your screen. 4 means 2 into 2. Here 2 into 5, 10 and 2. So minus 10 and minus 2 are the factors. Means what about the roots? Plus 10 and plus 2 by coefficient of y square. And what about the factors for the second quadratic equation? Here I am expressing it as 4 into 4. So 4 into 4 means it is not possible to get the middle term. So what I am doing here, again I am expressing it as 2 into 2. 2 into 2 means 2 into 3, it is a 6 and 2 into 4 is 8. So minus 8y minus 6y, will give the middle term 14. So what are the roots? Positive 8 and positive 6 by coefficient of y square. So y square is 3. Now simplify. Now what is the cancellation? It was exactly 2 times and it is also 2 times. The value of x and the value of y both are same, means x is equal to y, and 2 by 5 2 by 5 and the other values 2 by 5 of the first 2 by 5, that is the second value of the first quadratic equation compared with the other two values. Here the value of x is less than y. What about the 2 with respect to 8 by 3? It is less than 8 by 3. 8 by 3 means it is a 2 by 3. So 2 is less than 8 by 3. 2 is equal to 2. So the condition is x is equal to 2, x less than y. Right. What is the next one? A 2 by 5 is less than 8 by 3 and 2 by 5 is less than 2, means x is less than y. Combining these two, so what is the result? X less or equal to y. Right choice, option number 4. So this is the completion of the quant discussion. Hope you copied all the solutions. Have a nice day. Thank you.